Good morning, Colfax, and welcome to CTV. I'm joined by Katie Reynolds, and on today's show, it's the Lady Falcons basketball team that has dominated the headlines and the opposing teams.
Lauren Maynard and Ethan Walker peek into our Colfax technology team and find they do more than just keep our Chromebooks working.
Lily Nellis and Kylie Powell premiere a thought-provoking PSA.
And Mary and Bethany take us around the PBL. Welcome to the show.
The coronavirus, or COVID-19, is the top story across the globe, and Colfax is not immune to its impact. The World Health Organization has issued simple measures we can all take to keep everyone safe. The first is to frequently clean your hands with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds. And if soap and water is not available, make sure to use an alcohol-based hand rub product, especially after using the bathroom, before eating, and after blowing your nose. Second, when coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth with a flexed elbow or tissue and discard the tissue when you are done in a closed bin, and make sure to wash your hands again. Third, avoid close contact with anyone who has a fever or cough. If you have a fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, seek medical care early and share any information about your recent travels with your healthcare provider. If you just have mild respiratory symptoms and no specific travel history, follow the precautions we just discussed and stay home until recovery. If you want more information regarding the coronavirus, you can go to the World Health Organization website at hwo.int, and the Placer Union High School District has been regularly updating families regarding the virus in Placer County and is working on plans if school closure becomes necessary.
The Colfax technology team quietly and competently work behind the scenes, keeping the technology we all count on working smoothly. And they are also challenging themselves to use that same technology to innovate. Reporter Lauren Maynard with camera op Ethan Walker have this story on the team.
Colfax High School's technology team is made up of several hardworking individuals and led by Mr. Marston and Mr. Devine. CTV took a look at CTT's amazing customer service team and skilled technicians. So what exactly does CTT do? There may be more to it than you think. Peer teacher Matthew Butner and technician Caleb Nister took us through a day in the life of a CTT tech.
Typically we'll come in, we'll check our tickets and stuff on there's a site on where we get student and teacher submitted tickets, and we'll go and check those. And then after that, we will check our phone messages because we'll get calls from teachers and they're left on an answering machine and we have to answer those. Then other than that, there's things like we go out and do monthly maintenance for teachers, and we also fix Chromebooks.
As technicians, what we would normally do is we would go looking around for Chromebooks to fix. That's normally what we mostly do. And if there's nothing else for us to do, we can work on our projects for the upcoming spring.
This spring's the Mini Maker Fair, and CTT students are making innovation projects to demonstrate their skills.
My innovation project this term is I took one of the Chromebooks that we have and I converted it to run on a different operating system called Linux Ubuntu 16.04. It's kind of cool.
Are you intrigued by the Colfax technology team? You can take CTT as a class, and it's so easy to join. Just register to take it as a class and send Mr. Marston a resume.
Some of the requirements that we do require, though, is that they have to fill out a resume in regards to, it's not like a full-blown experience or anything like that. They just need to know what they just want to have why they want to take the class, what they hope to gain out of it, and then just a little bit of a background about them.
They can pick those skills up and then transfer into it eventually. So if they're interested, I guess that's all you need is the interest.
Reporting to you from the home of CTT with camera ops Ethan Walker and Michelangelo Taylor, I'm Lauren Maynard, signing off.
Once again, another organization on campus that works to serve all students and staff. We are so grateful because without your thoughtful work, we would not be able to keep this show on the air. There is a new club on campus, the Community Against Injustices Club, and as a part of their first effort to support the Colfax community, they partnered with CTV's Lily Nellis and Kylie Powell to produce this thought-provoking PSA.
It's not a joke. This is reality, and we can be a part of the solution. You or someone you know needs help? Call Sexual Assault Hotline 1-800-656-4673. Join CAI Club today. Meetings and chauffeurs every other Thursday at Flex.
Colfax has been the epicenter of amazing sports stories this year, and none greater than the girls basketball run deep into the state tournament. Mary and Bethany have that story and so much more in Around the PVL.
Welcome to Around the PVL. I'm Mary Rourke with Bethany Gadway. You can feel the excitement on campus as our girls basketball team is on the brink of making it to the state title. Along with camera ops Lee Nellis and Jaden Turo, we have this update on a historic run. After a flawless victory over Golden Sierra in the section championship, the Lady Falcons moved on to round 1 of the NorCal tournament, where Lowell High School traveled from San Francisco to Falcon territory. With the Falcons playing their trademark up-tempo game, the Cardinals just couldn't keep up with the speed of Grace Bliss, Jazzy Owens, and Natalie Lundberg. On Thursday, the ladies at home again against Central Coast Section champion Half Moon Bay cranked up the pressure and quickly dashed the Cougars' hopes of a win, leading 33-17 at halftime, and eventually putting the Cougars away 61-34 behind the scoring of Bliss, Owens, McCord, and the complete game control by point guard Natalie Lundberg. On Saturday, the Falcons faced their most formidable test of the year, taking on Division III Northern Section champion Pleasant Valley, who they had beaten earlier in the year, but the Vikings were missing a key starter, an electric Colfax crowd, and a brilliant first half by Natalie Lundberg that included 10 points, saw the Falcons clinging to a 19-13 lead. The Vikings closed the gap to 30-31 at the end of 3 and held the lead 41-40 with less than 2 minutes to go. The team traded buckets before Grace Bliss took over, making key play after key play, resulting in a court-storming win for the Falcons, 47-44. The team's 30th win of the season earns them a slot in the NorCal Championship and a chance to make the state final at Golden One Friday. The NorCal final game will be played at the Ron Pucci Pavilion tonight at 7 p.m. Don't miss this opportunity to be a part of Colfax history.
That was a beautiful piece, Mary. Shout out to Gabriel Piet for editing, and good luck to the girls as they take on the 2018 state champion Sierra Pacific Bears tonight in the Pucci Pavilion. Don't forget to wear your white We Are Colfax shirts or anything white, and let's show the state what a home court looks like. Not far from Colfax, the Alpine ski team has been tearing up the slopes. After making their presence known on the mountain all season long in the league, and this past week, the team made their mark at states. Karina Martel had the most impressive showing, taking 3rd place overall, and was the lone Colfax qualifier for the Western Regional, where she will ski against racers from Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and Wyoming. The next 2 in behind Martel for Colfax were freshman Miracle Wooten and Chloe Bigley. Gary Thomas was the top finisher for the boys, landing on the top 30 overall and 19th in slalom. After a season of hard work and dedication, both teams landed in 10th overall in the state, and with the most skiers returning, the future is bright.
The snowboard team has concluded an outstanding season capped by a men's team state title. Individually, it was Tyler Sudgen that stood proudly on the podium with his 2nd straight state title, and hard-charging Ryan Donovan's 7th place finish was critical for the men's team to win that championship. Faith Morris showed out to the state with a 10th place finish overall and landed on the all-state team along with teammates Tyler Sudgen and Ryan Donovan. So in total, the team won the combined league title, the men's league title, the men's combined state title, and took 3rd in the state combined. Simply put, a great snowboard season for Colfax.
Despite some weather this week, spring is making its way into our lives, and with it, spring sports. Mary, along with camera op Xander Rowe, have our first spring sports preview.
The Lady Falcon softball team is firing up for their season. We caught up with varsity catcher Sophie Smith to see how the team is looking this season.
This year we really want to play as a team and have unity. I know that we all get along and it's going to be really fun, and I'm hoping to make it to playoffs again. I just like to come out here every day and get to hang out with my friends after school, and it's just really fun to play the game I love every day.
The softball program made some changes to the coaching staff last year, and returning varsity coach Trish Chavez reflects on last season and what to expect for this year's team.
Well, finishing third in PVL was one of the highlights, the biggest highlight, because it put us into playoffs. So Colfax hasn't had a great history with playoffs, so it was kind of nice to make it, since the last time they did make it was 2011.
With only 3 seniors on the team, Coach Chavez is looking towards the juniors to add more power to the offensive lineup.
I would have to say that we have a lot of power on this team. I feel like the 3, 4, 5, and 6 batters are going to be powerful. We've got Sophie Smith, Alex Hooper, Emily Cerna, and then the newcomer Crystal Trulin. So, and I feel like our fielding is equally as strong. We only had 1 senior leave from last year's starting lineup, so you know, our fielding is going to look pretty similar to last year, and it's going to be strong.
The Lady Falcons will play their rival at Placer today at 4 p.m. Mark your calendar early for senior night, May 5th, and get ready for an intense matchup against Cross River rival Bear River. Wishing the Lady Falcons good luck on their pre- and postseason journey to playoffs. Reporting for CTV, I'm Mary O'Rourke. That's all we have for you today, Falcon Nation. Let's pack the nest tonight and help push our girls into the state title. Next week, we will have the results and more spring sports previews. Until then, I'm Mary O'Rourke for Bethany Gadway, and we will see you in the nest.
The Pucci Pavilion is going to be wild tonight, and our Lady Falcons will need every bit of that legendary home court advantage in order for our girls to make the state championship for only the 3rd time in history. We are getting our money's worth with our white We Are Colfax shirts, so break them out again and add your own twist and bring the energy tonight, 7 p.m. in the Pucci Pavilion.
The Colfax Environmental Club is continuing their prom dress and suit swap Wednesday and Friday. If you donate a prom dress or suit, you will receive raffle tickets that can be used to get into a lottery to select a dress or suit from all the donations, or for prizes. You can turn suits and dresses in at the faculty lounge attached to the Colfax Cafe.
Next week, we'll dig into how one Colfax athlete is pursuing his dream of playing baseball at the next level and how a small group of Colfax students saved the yearbook and is documenting the year.
Until then, I'm Katie Reynolds.
And I'm Atene Miro. Have a good day, Colfax.